All right, guys. I believe that I am live, but I'm going to give this a second while it gets going. What is up? Garrett Fankhauser with FFLfunnels.com. It's good to be here live with you guys, right? I've been kind of racking my brain trying to figure out like what content should I create for you guys? What can I do? What can I produce for you guys that's really going to help you guys out? Some of you are having a really killer time right now. Some of you guys are really struggling. And so what I want to talk about today is the concept of how to scale a business where you guys are doing custom work, right? I had a call earlier with a guy, and I talked to quite a few people that do custom work, right? Maybe the guys are building like custom long range rifles, custom Glocks, custom ARs, whatever. So I'm going to talk to you about a concept that I've actually gathered from different things like books. I'll actually bring up a book here in a second that I'll share with you guys. That's a really good book for this concept. But what I'm going to be going over here, guys, is the concept of basically making your business like a McDonald's, right? So I'm going to dig into what that means. But first off, again, we're talking about custom work here, right? So anything that you guys do that requires you to take inputs from the customer and then make some type of adjustments to whatever it is that they're going to receive and then send it out, right? So this could work for, you can think of this in like Cerakote as well, right? So the concept behind this here is in order to actually scale a business doing custom work, we have to get lead times cut way, way down. And I'm going to preface all of this by saying that the reason that I know so much about this is because I've spent a lot of time studying this, because we used to do custom only stuff for everybody, right? Everything was built from scratch. We were building custom websites. We were building custom funnels and all of this stuff. And what ended up happening was it ended up costing us more money than we expected. And so we either had to pass that on or eat it. And it took way longer than we expected, right? So these are two things that really suck for you guys on your end as far as being, a consumer. So how does this apply to you guys? Some of you guys might know these restaurants, right? I'm from the West Coast. I live in Arizona. I grew up in California. So some of you guys might know these restaurants, and some of you might not, right? I'm going to use two restaurants here. So we're going to talk about Cheesecake Factory. If any of you guys have ever been to Cheesecake Factory, you know that the menu has too many fucking things on it. There's like 500 things on the menu. And when you go, you don't really know what to order. And that actually makes it really hard for the people in the back that have to cook. Imagine having to cook 500 different things, right? Versus something like maybe Chick-fil-A. I'm sure most of you guys probably have that. We have In-N-Out out here, which is I don't care what any of you guys say. If you guys are the Whataburger people, that place sucks. So In-N-Out is so much better. Just saying, right? Fight me. Anyways, guys, what I'm getting at though is that some of those places, they only have like 3 options, right? They only have a couple different things that you can order. You can't order that many things. So they're really good at doing just those couple things. They have basically an assembly line, like a Henry Ford assembly line built to just do those couple things, and that's it. You pay, the burger, whatever it is done for you in minutes or seconds or whatever, because they're so efficient at just doing that one thing, or maybe 2 or 3 things. So in a conversation that I had earlier with a guy, he was talking about these custom rifles that he builds, and he makes $1,200 or so on them, charges like $4,000 or whatever. And I'm like, that's cool, but how do you build that into a business where you can do 50 to 100 grand a month in doing this? It's impossible if you're sitting down with every single customer, asking them a bunch of questions, figuring out exactly what they need, ordering all the parts and having to wait on all the parts. It's totally like it's logistically impossible to scale that to something that's actually large and meaningful without doing more of it in-house, or doing something like I suggested, which is actually offering packages and saying, hey, we have package 1, 2, 3. We have package high, medium, low. We have package Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, which is our packages, right? However you name them, it doesn't matter, right? Actually, it does, because marketing always helps. But the point here is that if you're doing some of this custom stuff, consider it custom, but also put parameters, boundaries around it, and say like, hey, if you're doing this package, here's what's included. We can customize a couple of things here and there, but for the most part, these are the things that you're going to get in package 1. These are the things that you're going to get in package 2, right? You get extra or whatever it is, right? So what that does is that allows you guys to set your business up in a way that you're able to do everything more efficiently, and you're able to scale what you're doing. What that does is it allows you to build out better SOPs, so standard operating procedures, basically instructions, hire a team that can actually do all the work for you, put more processes and tools in place, maybe some automation and stuff, whether it's like actual machinery like CNC, or it's automation as far as like tools that you use online, right? Online tools as far as like your POS or whatever it is, right? It doesn't matter. So by trimming down and actually putting barriers / boundaries around what you do and building these into packages, you're able to more efficiently like order the parts, right? So you can start ordering the parts ahead of time, have what you need in stock, not have to wait 6 months for parts for like a nice like stock or a barrel blank or whatever it is. And you can have that stuff in stock because you have a more efficient process in place. What this does, guys, is this allows you to turn inventory quicker, so that you're not doing like 1 or 2 custom builds a month. You're doing 15 or 20 or whatever, right? And that might sound crazy. So what that allows you to do, though, is that actually allows you to not only scale your deliverables, which means what you send out people every month, but it allows you to scale your marketing. And so what I mean when I say that is that you might not be able to sell that many custom long range rifles in your community to your shooting club, right? That's actually a good thing. That means that if you cut out the extra BS on the sides and you only offer this, which is package 1, 2, and 3, you're then able to actually optimize your marketing around just those 3 things and get out and reach more people in that are looking for those 3 things already. How you can do that would be in forums, in social media, email marketing, SEO on your website, and your Google business profile and things like that. Basically, you can then do whatever needs to be done to actually reach out to that market that is only specifically interested in buying that specific type of product. And then your turnaround times will be much better. When your turnaround times are better, and trust me, I fucking know this because we've been working through a hell of a turnaround time on our end. Those of you guys that are working with us know that our turnaround times are slower than we wanted them to be. That is now changing, and we are completely on track to just completely blow all of our turnaround times away. So this is a process that I've been working on in my business for a very long time, to get it to a place where it's so efficient that now my guys are going to be bored because we're not going to have enough work for them, right? That's where I would like to help you guys get with your custom stuff, so that you can take on more sales every month and actually scale that, right? Now, if it does take time and energy to do all this custom stuff, which I'm sure it does, and you can't do 15 or 20 a month, that's totally cool. Imagine being able to scale to like 10, right? Imagine you made $1,200 on 10, right? It's going to be 12 grand, right? So it's not a ton of money, but it's going to help you scale and generate more cash by being more efficient and being able to deliver this stuff better. I hope this makes sense. I'm trying to figure out if I was going to go anywhere else with this, but mostly, guys, I want you guys to understand the whole process of scaling this stuff, and how if you focus on doing less, you can get really, really good at doing that stuff. And then, you'll get really good and fast at that. You don't have to worry about the other stuff. If people are looking for that, cool. 1, you can help them if you can, or 2, maybe you can't help them. Have them go somewhere else. but focus on getting just the people that are looking for that one thing that you offer, right? I'm going to share my screen here real quick. I'm going to put up a book. If you guys are actually interested in this, I'm going to put up a book in here. This is like the best book for this. This is actually the first book that introduced me to this concept of business. It's called The E-Myth Revisited. It is by a guy named Michael E Gerber. This is a killer book. If you're like me, you're probably more of an audiobook person. If not, that's awesome too. I actually envy people that sit and read books, you know, these days. I put my AirPods in, I go for a walk every day or every few days or whatever, and I listen to this stuff and it really helps me. But this book is totally killer, and it's exactly on this concept of like how to trim the fat in your business and scale into only doing what you're really good at and getting super good and efficient at that so that you can actually help people better, right? So I hope that was helpful for you guys. If you guys have been commenting and stuff on here, I super appreciate it. If you guys are watching this now and you're still here, please comment live. If you guys are watching this on the replay and you've made it all the way to the very end, please comment replay. That's just going to help more people see this content and hopefully help more people in the long run. That is all I have for you guys today. I don't have a pitch or anything like that. My pitch is like, if you guys need help with something online, reach out to me, shoot me a DM on Facebook. But other than that, guys, I just wanted to bring you guys some value, and think of this in the sense of this doesn't have to be like custom rifles. This can be Cerakote, this can be laser engraving, this can be machine work. Most of you guys that are engineers, I think, are probably pretty good at this stuff anyways, because it's sort of something that's talked about a lot in engineering is increasing efficiency. And so an example of that would be having a machine that's already dialed in for doing like optic cuts on a Glock. You know, you can charge a few $100s. Well, now it's getting lower, but you used to be able to charge like $250, $300, $500 for a Glock cut that took 10 minutes. Like you would just grab the slide and put the slide on your little machine and it would cut it out for you in like 10 minutes. And then you just mail it back to somebody or Cerakote it or whatever after that. And it would be like a $250 job. I don't know how all that stuff is now. I'm not super involved in that. But what I'm saying is that if you guys focus on doing less, right? Going back to the niche thing that we've talked about a lot before, doing less and getting really fucking good at that stuff and then marketing how good you are at just doing that stuff, you guys will not be hitting these hard times where nobody's buying from you because you're selling the same shit as everybody else, right? Hope this is helpful, guys. I will catch you soon. That's all I got right now. Peace.